fuck your life. You watching HipHopGemsTV, you heard?
Y'all know what it is. HHGTV. It's another weekend, another gym, another high-level artist sitting next to me. Because we only do high-level shit over here. Y'all tap into my boy J-Hop, man. He's here to sit down with us and talk about singles and a bunch of other shit. HHGTV, man. Your boy Ty here. Yo, why not, man? It's the weekend. Come fuck with us. Tap in. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Saturday, new gems, new high-level shit. HHGTV. Got my boy here, J-Hop.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, brother. Like I tell everybody, I really appreciate everyone who sits next to me to, you know, kind of give us their time. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So J-Hop, man, let us know, man. Who is J-Hop?
I'm an MC, man. I'm an artist. I grew up in Brooklyn by ways of Harlem in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. So I grew up all over New York. I've worked all over New York. So I'm just a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying?
Feel you.
Through and through.
Through and through, my nigga.
Thanks.
How did you first break into MCing?
I mean, I always loved hip-hop since I was really little. My mother always had, like, different CDs and stuff. Like, she was always playing certain things on the radio and making her own mixtapes on cassette and stuff like that. Like, back in those days, she would just get the blank tapes and make her own mixtapes of what she heard on the radio and then just play them back in the crib. So it was a mixture of that. Going to my grandmother's crib and being in my uncle's room, he was always playing Mobb Deep and Nas and the Locks and shit like that. And then my cousins. So it was like, it was always around me. And then when I was like maybe like 15, I started taking it serious, writing raps. And like a couple months before I turned 16 was the first time I went to like record music.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I performed maybe like a couple days after that. Like the first time I went to the studio, like 2 months after that, I did my first performance.
Get out of here,
Yeah.
man. How did that come about?
I found out about an open mic that they used to do in the LES, matter of fact, a couple blocks from where I grew up on Avenue A in Club Pyramid, which is like a famous underground club. I don't know if you know, but like end of the week was there, EO Dub.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Team Hami, all of those like battle rap. That's
I remember
where
them times.
Yeah, that's where they all got their legs at. So there was an open mic there. This dude named Mental Supreme used to do something called the boot camp on Tuesdays.
Oh, wow.
And I wasn't even old enough to be in the club because it was like they wanted everyone to like pretty much be 21 or at least 18. I was like 16. I just turned 16. So the dude was like, yo, if you come, I don't even want to see you at the bar getting water. Like, don't even look at the bartender. Walk straight the fuck to the back and talk to me and the DJ.
Wow.
And that's what I did. And I just started like that.
Wow, man. That's actually impressive, man. So you was able to get your start early on stage.
Yeah, pretty much. I was mad nervous the first time I went up.
Could imagine. So it was like, yo, you skipped like even like putting out a project. You just went like straight to like
I just went
performing.
straight to like an open mic.
That's
I just wanted to see what people were gonna say. Yeah, I
That's
just wanted
dope.
to see what people were gonna say. I didn't really care.
That's dope as shit,
Yeah.
bro. Who was some of your earlier influences? I know you said your uncle, but like who was somebody that you was like tapping into as far?
It was always like Biggie always stood out to me, of course, and then like Pun. I used to take my mother's Pac CDs, like All Eyes on Me, because I had a PlayStation, and at that time PlayStation could play
the
CDs.
Yep.
So I used to just take them on the sneak and put the TV real low and just be right next to the TV on some low shit, like just listening to everything. So I used to just be like that, absorbing everything she had, because she got everything, 36 chambers, she got all that shit.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah,
shout out to my mother too, because my mom's had All Eyes on Me, and she know Warning from Biggie like word for word.
My mother loves
so shout
Biggie
out to
too.
Mom
My
Dukes.
mother loves Snoop, all them.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
that's good. That because I mean, it's also new. Like you always hear, like you said, your uncle. Like it's you know, hip hop is a male dominated sport.
Facts.
So it's like yo, you would think like males would like listen to like the hardcore shit. So being that your mom was tapped in, like yo, that's what's up,
man, and stuff. She knows All Eyes on Me. I mean, All I Need Is You. Excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah, she knows that front to back.
That shit is dope, man.
That comes on. She knows that front to back.
That shit is dope, brother. So tell us about Misery, bro. Tell us about this
That's
single.
a song I did If I'm not mistaken, I think the beat, because I like to just, when producers send me beats or I find a beat by a producer, whatever is titled, I like to just go based off that, because sometimes I have a hard time coming up with like a concept or like a hook or just an overall theme for a song. So sometimes if the beat is just named something that's decent, I'll just try to keep it and run with that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this beat was already called Misery. And Misery is one of my favorite movies. I don't know if you ever seen
Hell
Misery.
yeah, I've seen Misery.
Yeah, that's my shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to take her face, blur it out, and just put out the cover. I shot the video in Soho. That's out on YouTube and shit. Oh, yeah.
That's dope as shit. The song is fire as well, brother. Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
I performed it
you
that
performed
night.
it that night.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Baby's Alright. That's when we first kind of like got the intro to you, man. I wanted to ask you, because I know you just released your freestyle off what's the name. A lot of your videos, do you shoot with an iPhone?
Nah, I just did the last one, the over the top freestyle, and then the John P's Caddy one I did off my phone too.
Wow. And you edited it yourself?
Yeah, I did those two. I took more time and I put more effort into the latest one, the John P's Caddy one. I did that one real quick because I just wanted to put it out. But yeah, I did those two by myself. Yeah,
that's dope shit, man.
Yeah.
So you like even entering the world of like editing and like videography, basically.
Yeah, I started that young too, because when I first started at like 16, 17, I would have my brother record me on. We had like this little Sony digital camera, and like we would just shoot, and then I would just put it on the computer, and I would find like a free editing program. And I would just do it myself. It wasn't really too good, but it was what it was. And now that I took the time with the last one, now I'm getting my legs more in it. So I'm trying to like be more self-sufficient as an artist, because it's hard to keep up with like the demand for everything, you feel me? And it gets expensive. So it's like, if I could do it myself and cut some costs, fuck it.
Yo, that's what we about over here.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta be self-sufficient.
Absolutely,
that's a fact.
You know, being able to learn these different tools and kind of like navigate your way throughout this. Like, 'cause I like to look at rappers as like entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Like it's entrepreneurial work in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So being able to like tap into this world and like navigate the space and like kind of figure out what works, what don't work. It's a hell of a journey, man.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great though, because on top of all of like, aside from the music, like you promo your shit really well too.
Yeah,
as well.
I try, but it's like I think I'm shadow banned on the gram, so I don't know if I gotta make. Yeah, bro, because I lost my profile during the pandemic for like 7-8 months for posting bud, and they kept flagging me. And then the day before my birthday, I was in Atlantic City a couple days before we went into shutdown, and I posted some weed in the morning, and they just took my shit away. So for like 6 months, I kept doing dispute forms, but they weren't getting back to me. Like, they were just ignoring it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then finally I wrote them like this long paragraph saying how I felt that they were like prejudiced because I was Latino and all this shit. Because I'm like, yo, how is it that I could see all these white people doing this crazy shit? I be seeing people cut themselves on Instagram, all type of sick shit. I posted bud. I was like, bud is decriminalized in my state. Y'all gotta give me my page back. And they reinstated my page, but I think they're limiting my audience, because now I notice that I don't get as much interaction from like random people or new people. Pre-pandemic, I was getting a lot of interaction from people just finding me through their Explore page, or like now people will tell me like, yo, I don't even see your story on my timeline unless I type in your name and I have to look at your profile.
Yeah, they
like,
shadow banned you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know what the fuck I gotta do. I'm about to start using TikTok. Fuck it. That's the only place you could get like 1 million people to see you in one day.
Yeah, man. I'm not on that shit, so I can't even like.
I put up a couple freestyles on there and then I took them down. They got a couple thousand views within the first couple hours, so it's like it does work.
You can't curse on there though, right?
You can put up music. Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's a lot of like comedy snippets and podcast snippets. There's people cursing up a storm. They just don't want to show no smoking, which is always so crazy to me, because there's people on there doing liquor reviews, getting fucking hammered, doing all this crazy shit. We can't smoke. There's girls on there shaking ass, half naked. They don't want you to smoke. It is what it is.
I mean, I
guess because a lot of kids are on it. So.
Yeah, that too. My son is on that damn app.
Yeah, so it's inevitable. So it's like, yeah, I guess they try to limit it somewhat, but It's always gonna come around.
I mean, but there's a flip side to it because you can also your engagement will go far. You open up to a whole new audience.
Yeah,
you know
so
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
I'm about to just try to start utilizing that a little bit more.
Definitely, man. Definitely would tap in. I also want to know, man, because I know you had just said, cameraman, that you want to be able to tap into much more projects you want to do. What can we expect, man, like as far as like a full length project? Because your freestyles is fire, the Misery single is fire, and I think there's another joint of yours that I fuck with, the John B. Caddy freestyle. So when are we gonna be able to get a full?
I'm trying to shoot for like the middle of next month, the latest. I'm gonna drop an EP, and then like towards the end of August, I'm probably gonna drop a full length, like a whole entire album.
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope shit.
Yeah.
What are some of your goals, man, in this music shit?
I just want to build the fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really chasing that whole radio superstar. Like, you know, if that happens with a certain, because I make all type of records. It's not just the boom bap. I do everything. So if something clicks, it does. But that's not what I'm setting after. You know what I'm saying? If I could just have a fan base that is like a cult following, that's what matters the most. The people who are gonna always return. It don't matter about the microwave shit. Everything is about here now. That's it. The next day, that shit is already old. If you could build something that lasts long, you know, the longevity is what wins.
That's funny that you say that shit. Longevity is like such a term that's like forgotten in the industry.
Everyone wants it so quick.
Everyone wants like that on demand success, quick viral.
That's a fact.
You know, this shit doesn't. It doesn't take you anywhere. Like it's like one moment.
Yeah.
It's basically it's a moment.
But
I guess what I'm trying to say
you can sustain a moment if you're smart.
If
but 90% of the people are not smart. There's only a couple of people that get a moment and then, you know, they keep running with it and they branch off doing other things from that. Then there's some people that get the moment, they think they're gonna live in it forever, and then it dries up. Yeah, you just gotta separate it.
And we seen, you know, quite a few people come and go off moments. I mean, whether it been music or whether it been like skits with certain shit, like people got the fuck up out of here, man. Like, you know, they were laughing and, you know, hot today and fucking gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? So obviously it's clear that you want your music to be stamped and you know, last for a long time. And I think you're on the road to doing that because I felt bar for bar, I definitely feel like you are fucking dope.
Thank you.
So let's get into so a lot of this one thing I wanted to ask you, man, as far as experience, because I know like you performed when you was young, and then I seen you at Babies All Right when you performed, man. Let's talk about your stage experience and like how you were able to like captivate a crowd, because I left as a fan. You gained a new fan that day.
That's my goal, basically. I don't know, man, because like at first, the first couple performances I did, I was like really timid, and then just by the time I hit like 21, around that age, like 2021, I started doing a lot of shows. I was running around with, you know, two of my people at the time and stuff like that. One of them I'm still really close to, and we were just doing a lot of shows, bro. Like, it was getting to a point, sometimes we were doing 2-3 shows in a week. Like, we were doing a couple shows a month. Sometimes we were bringing crowds. You know, sometimes we will only bring out like 5 people. Then other nights we had like 40 people come. Like, it was getting crazy. So it's like, once I saw that I found my voice, I started just becoming more open on stage and utilizing the stage more. That's the thing. People perform, and a lot of people just, they don't utilize the space of the venue they're in. I jumped off the stage. I started going up to people. I grab you. I poke you in your fucking chest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stare you in your eyes. Like, I want to make it an experience.
Right. So, and it is that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, your voice is very commanding.
Thank you.
The stage presence is commanding.
Thank you,
I feel like your shows is dope, man. I definitely can't wait to hear like a full length project from you.
Word, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about let's get into a gem, yo, because I know you about to give us a whole performance, man. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's kind of like reel this shit in here, man. Give us a gem, yo.
A gem, like, as far as what?
As far as life shit, as far as like something that was a personal, an experience, or a piece of advice that someone gave to you.
All I could say probably is like, just stick to your guns more than anything. Like, even when you doubt yourself, just keep it going, because sometimes that doubt holds you back. But if you can just push through that, you know, you can prevail eventually. You know what I'm saying? It gets rough though, especially being an artist. You independent. It's like sometimes I just want to quit, but I love it so much that I keep going. I've been doing it 12 years. Nothing's really come of it yet. I've had certain moments and certain things happen that was really dope and memorable, but I keep chasing it because I love it that much. So if people could just stick to their guns and not doubt themselves, that's all it'll be.
Before we get into this performance, man, I know you're a father, so I wanted to ask you, man, being that, like, yo, you just said your sons you wanted to quit. Do you ever feel like your son is the sole purpose of, like, why you still going after your dream?
Yeah, most definitely, because you know how it is. Once you have kids, it's like you get tunnel vision. It's like, because now you not just living for yourself. You're living for somebody else now. You don't even matter. All that matters is them. So it's like everything is for him. And yeah,
Dope
I got
shit.
tunnel vision the minute he was born. I was like, yeah, it's over.
It's a wrap, man.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Jay, how
Everything
about to lock in, give us a dope ass performance. HHGTV.
Facts. Thank you for
Jay
having
Hot.
me, bro.
No doubt, man. Got tap in.
Facts.
Fuck your life. You watching HipHopGemsTV, you heard?
Yo. Hip Hop Gems. This pain and misery in my life. Yo. My hood frigid in the summer, but be blazing in the winter. All them down and out springs is what turned me to a sinner. Now I'm adding up these figures, slowly trying to multiply. I pick up my baby boy, I look into his focused eyes. I tell him how much I love him. Yeah, and not everything I do is for him. I was accustomed to losing, though I've been bred how to win. You fall twice, get up three, I'm back at it again. My verse is drugs, sniff it up or you could light it in stems. Drug abusing for the audio users and friends. And I don't care about shit, it ain't the fam, it's some ends. The story comes to an end, but it ain't like the rest. When it's all said and done, then I'll be banging my chest like the king of the jungle. But I seen this more concrete, but a youngest gangbang. And we know that just palm heat leave a man in the wind like some motherfucking palm trees. And I swear it's so tragic how they proof you before you blink and then you vanish like it's magic. I can stand it, grab the cannon, might just blame it. Talking camera shit is canon, mine is screaming. Thoughts is random on these records, I've been random. This one's called Slip and Slide. Yo. Check. Spinning your block, hop at a different ride. Get your house wet up like one of them slip and slide. Walked in the club and my mans brought the grip inside. Running your mouth, pushing your shit aside. Spinning your block, hop in a different ride. Get your house wet up like one of them slip and slide. Walked in the club and my mans brought the grip inside. Running your mouth, pushing your shit aside. Hey, we pushing your shit aside. Walked in the club and my mans brought the grip inside. Get your house wet up like one of them slip inside. Spinning your block, hop in a different ride. Spinning your block, hop in a different ride. Spinning your block, hop in a different ride. Spinning your block, spinning your block, homie. Spun through in a Honda, pillows in the Audi. Fucking the streets up, counting the breach up. Break down this push, I'm still calling it Keisha. South of my grims, move like a reaper. Plot on my ops while I bump to Aaliyah. Fuck on the bitch, but I don't ever need her. Breaking her heart just as soon as I leave her. It's Uber to feed her and come by the leader. Hack up a lung while I'm twisting this weed up. Cops on the ass, told the driver to speed up. Fuck up a 50, get scars on his $3. Fuck being humble, I'm getting my creed up. Sucking, she swallowed, the guy with a seizure. Did it so good, I got locked in a seizure. Hardest on ice, I got locked in a freezer. Swear I be spazzing out without a reason. Only see red if I'm spotting some treason. Get off my dicky, I'm done with the legion.
Fuck your life. You watching HipHopGemsTV, you heard?